Pittsburgh Steelers fans, NFL diehards, and football chaos lovers, brace yourselves. Because what I'm about to say might rattle your idea of what the Steelers stand for. The team that's supposed to symbolize stability, consistency, and smash-mouth football is now holding its breath for Aaron Rodgers to bless them with an answer? Are you kidding me? And if that circus doesn't roll into town, guess who's quietly waiting in the wings? That's right, Captain Stat-Patter himself, Kirk Cousins. Let's start with the elephant in the room, Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers are essentially putting their 2025 hopes, scratch that, their franchise image, on the roulette wheel of Aaron freakin' Rodgers. The guy who can't even commit to a season without taking an ayahuasca trip and reading astrology charts. This is the same Aaron Rodgers who ghosted the Packers, dragged the Jets into a media frenzy, tore his Achilles 4 plays into his debut, and now, somehow, he's the savior Pittsburgh is waiting on. Why? Why is a team with a legacy of hard-nosed, blue-collar, no BS football now acting like a high school crush just waiting for a text back? Let's be honest. Rodgers is a gamble. A huge one. He hasn't played meaningful football in over a year, and even before the injury, his numbers were declining. He's 41. And let's not forget the off-the-field baggage. The guy treats every locker room like it's his own personal TED Talk. Steelers president Art Rooney too says Rodgers does want to come to Pittsburgh. Really? Is that a fact or just wishful thinking? Because there's been zero indication Rodgers is actually ready to put on the black and gold. And OTAs are starting now. Minicamp is weeks away. At what point do the Steelers say, enough waiting, let's move forward? So now let's talk about Plan B. Or should we say, Plan C+, Kirk Cousins. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, Cousins is, at least, on the Steelers' radar. That's like saying the fire alarm is, at least, aware of the smoke. It's a cautious, quiet, almost reluctant fallback. But let's unpack that. Kirk Cousins is under contract with the Atlanta Falcons, a team that's already committed $180 million to him just a few months ago. He's got $37.5 million guaranteed over the next 2 years. And the Falcons don't seem too eager to eat any of that cost. But here's the kicker, Cousins has a full no-trade clause. He's not just some chess piece. If he doesn't want to go to Pittsburgh, it's over before it starts. Now, let's play devil's advocate. Cousins might want to come to Pittsburgh. It's one of the few teams where he could start day one. No Desmond Ridder breathing down his neck. No rookie quarterback pipeline. Just Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Skylar Thompson. That's a JV lineup. Cousins would walk into that locker room and instantly be the guy. But Steelers fans, be honest. Do you want him? Do you really want a quarterback whose legacy is built on hollow stats, garbage time touchdowns, and losing in prime time? And then there's the Atlanta Falcons. The team that keeps telling everyone, no, Cousins is off limits. But the truth? They're just waiting for someone to cover the tab. The moment someone agrees to absorb most of that $37.5 million, Cousins is gone. Poof. Just another cap casualty dressed up as loyalty. Sources say Atlanta hasn't budged on the money. Why? Because they know Cousins isn't their future. Not after signing him and then drafting Michael Penix Jr. in the top 10. They're not trying to build around Kirk. They're planning for life after Kirk. They just want someone else to help fund the transition. It's business. Cold, calculated, ruthless. And the Steelers might just be suckers enough to bite. Mark your calendars, June 1st. That's when the Falcons can save $27.5 million against the 2025 cap if they trade Cousins after that date. Suddenly, the economics change. Suddenly, a trade becomes not just possible, but logical. So here's the scenario. Aaron Rodgers keeps ghosting everyone, making cryptic appearances, saying nothing of substance. The Steelers grow impatient. OTAs pass, minicamp looms. June 1st hits. Falcons pick up the phone. You want Cousins? We'll eat $8 million. Maybe 10. Take him. He's yours. If Pittsburgh waits too long for Rodgers and doesn't get Cousins either? What then? They walk into training camp with Mason Rudolph and Will Howard as the QB competition. That's not a plan B, that's a surrender. This whole saga reveals something deeper, something more alarming. The Pittsburgh Steelers have no plan. For decades, they were the model of consistency. Chuck Noll, Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin. They didn't chase drama. They didn't beg aging stars to resurrect their franchise. They built from within. Drafted well. Developed talent. Trusted the system. Now, they're starstruck. Starving for relevance. Grasping at Rodgers. Flirting with Cousins. And it reeks of desperation. Steelers fans, this isn't the team you grew up watching. This is a team stuck between eras, too proud to rebuild, too delusional to contend. So what's the move? What should Pittsburgh actually do? Here's the bold path. Cut ties with the Rodgers fantasy. It's over. Let it go. Push hard for Cousins, but on your terms. Don't bail out the Falcons. Make them pay part of that contract. And only commit to Cousins if it's a short-term bridge, not a franchise investment. Draft your future. Use the next draft to find your real QB1. Stop patching holes with veterans and start building something real. If Pittsburgh wants to reclaim its identity, it can't sell its soul for a season of Rodgers drama or Cousins mediocrity. Steelers Nation, I know this is a tough pill to swallow. The truth hurts. But sometimes, you need to feel this thing to wake up. Are we really okay being the team that sits by the phone waiting for Rodgers to call? Are we seriously about to inherit Cousins' bloated contract just to tread water? Or do we rise back to what we were always meant to be, a franchise that leads, not follows? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you want Rodgers in Pittsburgh? Are you okay with Cousins? Or should the Steelers blow it up and start fresh? Smash that like button if you're tired of the drama. Subscribe if you want the real talk every week. This is Harold Come Back, and I'll catch you in the next one.